Good morning. It is September the 1st, 2024, and welcome to the first of our seasonal garden tours. Going to be doing these on a regular basis, the first day of each season. So this one is September the 1st. Let's go. So starting from the outer hedge, basically this is where the septic tank was rerouted, so a little bit of damage all the way along to the very end of our hedge. We have got plans for this. We're going to keep the grass this side, but we are nearer the hedge going to do some sort of wildflower seeds and bulbs, which we're going to start planting in the next few weeks. We've already bought some, and it's more of Kirsten's project than mine, but I'm very happy to go along with it. Everything else, the hedge was cut about 4 weeks ago, so that'll be ready for one more cut before the end of the year. It's absolutely stunning day today. So this section I've just started on. Basically there was, I think it was a lilac tree, and it was so woody, had to be taken down, so got rid of that only a couple of days ago, and I've started clearing this section, prune back that rose. It's a lovely rose when it's flowering, but it had so much dead in it, so we're going to see what that's like next year. Ground wise, a lot's been cut back, mostly crocosmia, some grasses, there's some fern down there, and there's Japanese anemone, which I haven't cut back yet. Not 100% sure whether this guy stays. It's a bit of a mess, very woody, there's big gaps in it, but we'll see. And then this Hebe, I think it is, ridiculously woody. That was all covered by that laurel. So yeah, a lot of work to do on this, but we'll just get it trimmed right back, and then we'll work on it over the winter and into spring. Certainly the soil needs improving, it's like cement. The front planter was done mainly by the previous owners, and then we've put in the white lavenders in these 3 pots. Not a massive fan of begonias, but you know, they're okay. They're okay for this year. All right, coming through to the kitchen garden. So, fig tree in a planter, we got that at least upright. It was virtually on its side, but we're not sure what we're going to do with it. I've still got to look into sort of care for it. We've watered it regular and it is looking a bit better. Some of these leaves are a lot healthier than they were, but I'm not sure it's in the right place. So we're talking about whether we're going to put it into the ground or keep it in a pot. There's Jennifer. Good morning. They're the only 2 of these planters with the remaining ivy in, which the previous owner had all of these just with this ivy. We are utilising them to really start the kitchen garden. Got coriander, we've got some spinach. Kirsten's put some plants in there so that we can at least take them in during the winter, but we're going to probably have this as all veggies by this time next year. Got a nice little tumbler of tomatoes as well. Only just really started on the beds. This one we have taken a bit out, but this is all going to be cleared before starting again. That is ridiculously woody. We have cleared this one, and I've done some planting a couple of days ago for some winter greens and some overwintering onions. This one Kirsten's had a good sort out already, but we've still got to get a bit more. There's bramble and verbena and fennel in there to get out. That one's looked really nice, but we're waiting for the flowers to end, and then we're going to take those up and transplant them elsewhere if we can do. And the one that we've done properly, this one was done about a week ago. We've protected it and we've actually sown. You can actually see some seedlings in there. Can't remember what it is, but yeah, that's got about 6 rows of stuff ready for the winter. What we're calling the patch is looking like this. So 2 massive fish ponds were here, as you know, and there's foundation underneath there, so it sort of zigzags across. We're not exactly sure where it is. We know it goes all the way along, but then there was 2 rectangles. So we shall, we're planting this winter to see what is actually growing and where it isn't growing, because as you can imagine, it won't grow if it's literally just a covering of soil and then there's massive foundation underneath. So I'm really pleased with this. We only started sowing this end of July, so it's just about 5 weeks ago. We've got rocket spinach, we've got chard, we've got some lettuce, some beetroot, some radish. Yeah, but not bad considering it was only 5 weeks ago. Kirsten's area here where she's doing all her cuttings. These are looking pretty good. She's having some good success with that. And haven't really touched greenhouse number 2, which is this one. It's got a bit of glass missing. It's got lots of lovely spider's webs. And I haven't touched that bed yet. So that soil is just flaky, dry as a bone, no life in it. Not sure exactly what we're doing with this one. Incinerator area and Kirsten's greenhouse, which we've done quite a bit in already. She does all of her cuttings and everything in here. Should we go in the main garden? Yeah. Go on in. You go first. Go on. Yeah. No, not in the house. Come on. Okay, so this has had real success. Kirsten's border so far, that was not looking good before when we came, and now it's all been sorted. The soil's been improved massively. We've got actually quite a lot of planting in there, and it all seems to be taking. So yeah, we've done really well here. The Wizard and some other planters, mainly that we picked up from car boots, all looking good. Millennium in the chimney pot, and the hydrangea. That's a lovely hydrangea that was here next to the dahlia, all looking good. Rebecca, crazy daisies, and salvia. This area otherwise is fairly blank. Still not sure what we're doing, whether we're getting furniture in there or not. We're not sure. Clematis and the jasmine has all been cut back too in the last week or so, so that looks okay. Hopefully that will get more flowering from that next year. Right, the lavender ring that goes all the way around the conservatory looked great, but if you really look, it is so woody. And we think we've come up with a decision to clear it all. Massive job for the winter, but it would look okay next year. But I think long term we are best taking this all out, refreshing the soil, getting the soil right for lavender. It's obviously thrived over the years, but it is just too tired. So that could be a massive winter job. We're not sure whether we'll do the whole thing in 1 year, or we'll do one side in 1 year and one in the other. That's the other side. So that was one of the first pots that we got something for, and that's looking really good actually. There's a lot of new growth on there as well. That's good. This little area here, there was a dead clematis on there, which we took down, and the agapanthus was really good, but it was fairly short-lived, so we're not sure about that either. Another agapanthus there. And now on to the main border. That's going. It's knocking down that fence already. It's spiky as hell. Don't like it. It's going. This needs a damn good cutback. It's reverting back to plain in quite a few areas as well. So I'm going to cut that back, see what it looks like, and decide what we're doing with it. That is woody as hell. Probably has to go. Crocosmia everywhere will be cut back, and we'll have that again fresh next year. And various bits and bobs. They're obviously spent delphiniums. There's a little bit of sedum, lady's mantle, agapanthus. But if you look, anything that's been there a long time probably won't take a good cutting. That has literally got 12 inches of decent growth, but then it's all woody behind, so that probably has to go as well. It's a dark beech, needs to be trimmed back so that I don't let that go, because if that gets too high and I can't cut it, I'd have to get somebody else in, and it's fairly close to the house, so that I need to do that in the autumn, winter. Grasses just need cutting back. Soil needs massively improving. Got hardy geranium spread everywhere. I'll trim that back, but I do like that. An old Mahonia, which is dead as hell to go. And basically just a lot of rubbish in these borders. It needs properly edging. I'm going to actually increase the size of this border, so it'll probably come out a little bit onto the grass. We're going to extend the border to go all the way around that front pampas grass, and still not sure if that is coming out eventually. All this very old rhubarb, I mean, we've been here 7 weeks now, that's grown about an inch, so it's had its day, so that will all be taken out. We will be putting rhubarb in the kitchen garden. Red hot pokers look all right. That looks a nice tree, but again, I've just got to make sure it stops there. I don't want it getting, so I can't reach it and do it myself. That eucalyptus had a severe cut down, but that should come back better next year. And if you let those go, they can grow up to sort of 60, 70 feet. We're not having that in this garden. So we cut the variegated euonymus down, trimmed it. I'm quite happy with that for the moment. I do need to still work on the walnut behind it. I've got to get some of those branches that are going into the privet out. But I'm happy with that little area. That's the back of the border. And then from here onwards, this will all be part of the border fairly soon. Lovely rose. I've taken about 50% out of it. It still needs trimming back. When the blooms have faded totally, they're fairly soon actually. So yeah, I'll get on with that in the next week or so. And then round here, the damage from the septic tank has, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And it's in a place where you don't really notice it, so I'm happy with that. I am using this as a compost pile, not a compost bin, but a compost pile. I'll turn it a bit and we'll just see what sort of state it is. I'm building a compost area, a compost station with pallets, but one, I'm struggling to get the pallets, and two, struggling for time, so I will get that done over the winter. But in the meantime, all of our compostable compost will be stored here underneath this walnut, nice big area. I'll turn it, and even if it doesn't really rot down good enough, it will then be put into the new compost station when I build it. I did try and build up the rabbit proofing just with some sharp conifer and cordyline bits and pieces, and then the bloody cows put their head over and grabbed half of it, and they've been eating cordyline. Very exotic diet for them. That's the conifer that I set about 6 weeks ago now. So it was right into the horse chestnut. It now isn't, and I don't like it. I will be cutting more of this, but those stumps are quite thick for my little chainsaw that I've got. So I can cut that one down a bit. I will cut that maybe another 6-7 inches off those two, and a little bit more off there. When you look close, it's horrible, but when you look from a distance and from the house, most importantly, at least now it looks manageable and looks okay. Looks okay, I should say. The horse chestnut looks great. These two shrubs are fine. Now, we got rid of the cordyline, so that was a big job, and I'm really happy with the outcome of that. Now the oak can grow no problem at all, not hindered by a bloody stupid cordyline going right into there, a good 30 foot high. So yeah, this should eventually rot back. I don't think that'll cause us any problems at all. There's a silver birch there, and no way should you put an oak and a silver birch so close, but it is what it is, and one side of it seems to be fairly healthy. I was going to put some more hawthorn because I hate the conifer, the Leylandi, but I love my hawthorn and privet and a little bit of beech in there, mixed hedge there. So I'm going to keep that because it's just too much hassle to get rid of. They put some agapanthus there to try and start a hedge, and I wondered why it hadn't really took, but then I've seen the cows reaching their head over and eating it, so I'm going to always struggle with the cows, but you know, in other ways they're interesting. So I may put some more hawthorn and just sort of like bring it forward a little bit, almost leave a metre or so this side. See, I might do that if I come across some bare rootstock. But yeah, that is the garden tour for this season. So yeah, just a quick video. We'll do that every season from now on, and hope you enjoyed it. If you could subscribe, that would be great, really appreciate it, and otherwise just give us plenty of likes, thumbs ups, comments, nice comments please. But yeah, thank you for watching, and take care.